Hey everybody, it's Jamie from No Getting Off This Train, and we are nearing the end of September, which means it's time for another episode of Breakfast with Bacon. So come and sit down, enjoy the beginning of fall here with me as I talk about all the things that happen in September and all the amazing things happening next month. Man, September has been huge and amazing. We are in the first full entire month of Allison going back to school. I have had some time to create a routine. I think I've got some stuff down finally, and thankfully. We did a couple of trips over the past month and lots of running and everything. So today I have 4 things that I'm sharing with you, 4 of my favorite things from the past month, as well as a couple of big things coming up in October. Number 1, I think we've talked about this a little bit before, but we have a museum membership. That lets us get in for free every single year. And now that Allison's back in school, we can't really go as much as we want to. They close at 5 or 5:30 maybe, and so the only time we can really go is on Saturdays. So I try to take her at least once or twice a month. So probably a few weeks ago, Allison and I went up there, and her favorite exhibit is the Strictly bricks. Think Lego, like Duplo, only like just a different brand. So we always have fun. Yeah, I did talk about this because I remember talking about the dad who made like the Incredible Hulk and stuff. So of course we're nerds. So I made a Legend of Zelda Triforce and a couple other things, and Allison made another Pikachu. We like to put it up there as just for people to see. And I think I made a Mario mushroom one time and left it up there. And as we were walking away, I heard a mom say, "Look, kids, it's a Mario mushroom." I'm like, yes. But we haven't done that in a while. And I think we just renewed our membership again. So we're going to have to go back and see what else is new. Second, I'm so glad that school is back in session, and I'm glad that we can start volunteering for events again. We really couldn't do a whole lot last year, and it really made me sad. But this year, we're trying to do as much as we can with the restrictions that we have and everything. They wanted to do a Donuts with Dad. So I got to volunteer that morning. John wasn't able to go that morning because, well, he was already at work, but Allison also had an orthodontist appointment at like 4 o'clock that day, and John was already leaving early to go to that, so he unfortunately couldn't make it. But Allison and I drove up to the school early and helped set up. There were donuts of all kinds, and they had milk and orange juice and coffee. So Allison helped me for a little bit, like pouring the drinks and setting them on the table for all the dads and their kids. I felt really bad because Allison said, "Yep, can you try to save me a donut?" So after all the dads had eaten and they were doing a little presentation, I looked around, and yes, they did have some sprinkled donuts left. So I told John that since he couldn't come to Donuts with Dad, that I was going to bring Donuts with Dad to him. And it was honestly a lot of fun. I really missed it, like I said. And I'm not really like that mom that does all the PTO stuff, but I figured, since I work from home and I have that time, she's my only child. I might as well try to participate in as much as I can and really get into the schools, love these kids, take the time to sit with them and talk with them, whatever. I really enjoyed that in kindergarten with her, and I really want to continue to do that as much as I can. Number 3, this is my second to last update on marathon training, because by the time next month's episode of Breakfast with Bacon comes out, I will already have run the marathon and will have plenty of stories to share. So I am officially in taper mode, and tapering just means you have a few weeks period of resting and lowering your mileage and intensity until your marathon. So it's usually between 2 and 4 weeks. It looks like my taper is about 4 weeks. So I changed my training schedule around a little bit to add a few extra miles, because 4 weeks between a 20-mile run and my marathon just seems like too wide of a gap. So I'm doing a 13-mile run this weekend, and then I'm slowly lowering it until the full 26.2 miles. This was my second 20-mile run, and I'm so happy to say that I actually did the entire thing without taking super long walking breaks. My very first 20-miler, I walked the last 5 miles. Like, my body just couldn't take it. And this time around, I took some walking breaks here and there, but not as many. So I was actually a minute per mile faster on this one than I was in the last one. I did some calculations because a few of you were asking, there is a time limit for this marathon. If I don't complete the marathon in 6 hours and 30 minutes, they're not going to let me finish. And that is a possibility for me. However, I did some calculations and realized that if I stick with a 14 minute and 30 second minute per mile, yes, 14:30 mile, then I will make it. That'll put me at like 6 hours and 15 minutes or something like that. And like I said, that's if I stick with the 14:30. I might be a little bit faster. Perhaps the crowd and everything will motivate me to just keep going and keep going. I don't know. I am looking into like tracking. Would any of you be interested in doing or watching like a live play-by-play of what's going on? I'm not sure if Map My Run has anything like that, like a live tracking. I'm gonna look it up and see if there is. I'll share it with you all if you just want to see like a little dot going down the street or whatever. I don't know, we'll have to see. But oh my gosh, it's real, everybody. It's coming up in about 3 weeks. I hope I'm ready. I practiced carb loading last time and it worked out a lot better than my first 20-mile run. So I really have to make sure I get in all the carbs like that week leading up to my marathon. And number 4, we went to Cedar Point over the weekend. They had or are hosting BloggyCon, which is a blogging convention that happens there once a year. They didn't do it last year, unfortunately, but I went back in 2019 and I loved it. I learned so much stuff about how to be a better blogger and how to utilize social media and stuff, so I knew I wanted to do it again. And John and Allison tagged along with me so they could go ride roller coasters and have lots of fun while I sat in a hotel room and I made new friends. I saw some old friends. It was awesome. Now, this was actually the opening weekend for their Hallow Weekends is what they call it. So all the Halloween decorations were out. Lots of spooky stuff too, but they also had some cool things in the kids area. And they had trick-or-treating during the day, so Allison was able to go and grab tons of candy, and she also looked at some of the scary characters walking around like on Friday night. It's kind of disturbing, but she's like, oh no, I'm brave, it's fine. Let's see, her favorite ride was the Cedar Creek Mine Ride. She rode it a total of 5 times that weekend. 2 on Saturday, and then 3 times in a row on Sunday. I think 2 of those times, they didn't even have to get off the coaster because there was nobody in line. They just kept going, and then eventually it was time for lunch, and then we headed home. She loves Magnum XL, the roller coaster, but for some reason she didn't want to ride it this weekend. I don't understand. Like, as we were heading out the back gate to go home, we noticed that there is no wait for Magnum, and she still didn't want to ride it. And it sounds weird to say this, but I did not ride a single thing. I don't know. On Friday night, I let John go out and ride a few things by himself because I knew he wouldn't have been able to do it with Allison around. He likes some of the bigger rides, whereas she does not. So he was able to get in some alone time, and then they had a really awesome daddy-daughter weekend. But yeah, I learned so much from this, and I just have like a renewed spirit of motivation, and I have all sorts of new ideas that I want to share. So look forward to the next couple of months because I got some awesome things coming. So as you can see, September was pretty busy. Now, next month, it's gonna get even crazier. We have 4 birthdays next month, actually, one of which is Allison's on the 22nd. And then she has 3 cousins who have birthdays in October. So it's like a month full of birthdays and cake and presents and all that fun stuff. I'm still in the middle of planning Allison's party, and she wants a mermaid theme. So I bought some like party decorations on Amazon. and just got to get all this stuff together. Okay, what do I want to make? Where do I want to get the cake? That sort of thing. Lots of details, and I don't have it all together yet, but hopefully I will shortly. And of course, October 17th is my marathon. Try not to freak out about it. I mean, I'm okay. I feel pretty confident that I can do it. I mean, if I can make it 20 miles, the last 6 should be no problem. And plus, it's gonna be mid-October, so hopefully the weather's gonna be nice and cool and not like all these 90-degree days that I've been doing with these runs. That is all I have for you in this month's episode of Breakfast with Bacon. Leave me a comment and tell me, what is one thing that you really enjoyed about this last month? Or what are you looking forward to in October? It's fall. I'm here. I'm ready for all the pumpkin spice and the hoodies and the hot coffee and everything. I am so excited. Thanks for hanging out with me and listening to me ramble about everything that's been going on in the past month. If you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and do so right now and like this video and ring that bell, and that way you'll be notified when these other videos come out, as well as my other grocery hauls, recipes, and meal planning tips. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you later. Did you know I offer one-on-one nutrition coaching? Whether your goal is to lose weight, eat healthier, or just want to know how to get started, I can help. You can schedule a free weight loss discovery call by using the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to chat with you.